Here we go. Now it's working. There we go. That took a while. We had to duck it. I don't even have the chat up yet. We just had to reboot. We're raiding and Bruce on head deck right now. Stream manager. Here we go. Now we're live. Now we're doing it. Now I can see all the things, all you beautiful faces out there. We're here. Oh, Haughty Jen. Concealed Courtyard hitting the field for Bruce. Let's see now. Now our views are set. Top for one. An unidentified hover ship coming in. That's a UFO. It's unidentified. It's flying. It's an object. It's actually a hover ship. All right, let's make sure that we are live on all the platforms. We're live on Twitch. The Magic World Championship is going on right now. We are live on YouTube. And yes. Swamp going into play for Bruce. Raiden sitting on 4 mana. Bruce also sitting on 4. Neither player has lost a drop, missed a land drop at this point, and a Caustic Bronto coming into play for Bruce, dropping down as Cynical Owner as well. Hovership is being crewed. 2 coming in. Oh, Bruce is putting Valgavoth into the bin. And he does have an Overlord of Baelmerk in play as well with 3 time counters on it. And Raiden wisely gets him lost. Let's get the party started, Prickosaurus. Welcome in. Hope you are doing well this Friday. Raiden's going to send a Picklock Prankster on an adventure, milling 4 cards. And then drawing an instant sorcery or fairy. There's a fairy right there. Oh, 3 lands and a fairy. Those go straight to the bin, and the fairy goes into his hand. And he will play. Go to his turn. Playing down a Flooded Foothills. And he is sending another Prankster, Picklock Prankster on an adventure. Floodmaw. That's a good decision. Probably the play. It's always a fantastically fun Friday when we're streaming. Heck yeah. We had a bit of a technical difficulty at the start. Couldn't get the mixer going. Moment of truth coming to play. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Put 1 of them into your hand, 1 into your graveyard, and 1 on the bottom of your library. It's like a Scry 3, but not. Passing turn now back to Bruce. Bruce untaps. He's going to drop the old upkeep on us and then draw. There it is. Bitter Triumph in his hand. A new version of Java is available. Thank you, but I will not be installing that at this moment in time. Deciding what to do now. Didn't see what was in his hand. He's crewing the Bronco right now. He's going to saddle the Bronco, as it were. It is a horse. Sacking one map to draw a card. It's a land. Goes in his hand. Combat time. Caustic Bronco coming in. Too much horseplay. There's so much horseplay happening. Raiden drops a guy to send the Bronco back to his hand. I don't know what he played, but it was a card. And now he gets to surveil too. Dispersal and a get lost. To the bin. Cynical Loner hitting now. He's going to put Rite of the Moth into the bin, which is going to allow him to flash back Valgavoth, putting Valgavoth into play. So Raiden is now on a timer. Not entirely sure what Raiden has in his hand. Does he have an answer? I'm not entirely sure. We're going to hopefully peek his hand without card flipping too much. No, he's too vertical, too card flip. He can't do it. Costed another Caustic Bronco. Actually, the same Caustic Bronco that was bounced back to his hand is now back into the field. And he's going to pass the turn to Raiden. Raiden draws for the turn. A Seachrome Coast coming into play now. Tapping for 2 is going to play out. Oh, he's going to bring out the Picklock's Prankster. Bruce is going to play Bitter Triumph to get rid of the fairy. And now it goes to his turn. Untapping, upkeeping, draw. Has 1, 2, 3, 5 land in play. Does have a map. You can search for another land, hopefully. And that will be able to flash back that. Oh, Fabled Passage. Tap and sack. Get himself another land. Rite of the Moth. Oops, that's not how you say moth. Spell moth. Ooh, Restless Fortress. What are the moth flashbacks for 6? So that's a lot. Caustic Bronco getting saddled. I'm pretty sure Caustic Bronco came out this turn. Liliana of the Veil is the top card. Bronco getting bounced back to hand. He does have 6 mana on board. He does have enough mana to do it. He could get Valgavoth out with the Rite of the Moth. Raiden's calling for game 2, perhaps. I think he wants to play out the next turn, but Valgavoth's coming out next turn, so I don't know if that's going to be a good idea, if he's going to be able to do it. Recommission. Fairy Prowess, looks like, is what Raiden is playing. Concealed Courier coming into play. We'll see if Bruce is going to... There it is, Rite of the Moth coming out, and Valgavoth will hit the field, and that will probably be game 2. There it is. Raiden calls game 2. We're going to go to game 2. It's always worth it holding some mana just in case you can bloof. Yeah, Bruce was playing a little bit slower just in case Raiden had a counterspell, but that's the thing, is that Bruce had two of the returns. The flashbacks. On my latest stream report, stream length 6 minutes. One chatter, one chat message. Let's go. Sideboarding is happening. Raiden looks like he's going to do 2, 3, 4. Bruce so far committing to 3. Maybe 4. Raiden is doing quite a few. Quite a few. Bruce now up to 4, I believe. Oh no, quite a few more than 4. Raiden's still searching his deck. See what else he can do. He's gonna. Looks like Bruce has 5, and Valgavoth is one of them. Is he completely switching up how everything goes? Taking out a Valgavoth. It looks like Raiden's putting in some kind of spells. It's a little bit of a quiet night today at the Game Hub. We have Pentacon happening tomorrow, so a lot of the players are going to be at Pentacon, so they decided not to come down. They're tweaking their decks, making sure everything's working well. We've got 6 players for Standard tonight. We are definitely interested in getting more players out, more players playing the game, more players interested in Standard. The card pool is going to be fairly large coming up. Raiden has some lands in hand. Bruce is going to keep as well. Raiden plays down a Meticulous Archive and surveils, deciding whether he's going to put it on top or bin. Going to keep it on top. And passing turn to Bruce. Bruce draws for the turn, draws a Soul Guide Lantern. He's going to do a little trick with a shadowy Backstreet, surveilling, keeping it on top. And the turn goes to Raiden now, drawing his card that he surveilled. One Plains, full art, coming in. And passing back to Bruce. Bruce draws that card, whatever it was. Bitter Triumph looks like. And he will play a Concealed Courtyard in. Tapping for 2. Bronco coming out. And at the end step, Raiden plays Moment of Truth, which is look at the top 3 cards of your library, 1 in the hand, 1 in the graveyard, and 1 in the bottom of your library. Draw for the turn, playing down an Adakar Wastes. Tapping for 2. He's going to recommission the Abhorrent Oculus. Things are not going to look too good for Bruce at this time. Bitter Triumph the Oculus. That's exactly what he wants to do. He's going to take 3 damage for that, I believe. Oh, discard a card or pay. So he did not discard a card. Or he did discard a card. Did he? No, he didn't. He took 3. Tapping for 2. Taking 1 damage from the Adakar Wastes and playing Chart a Course. Is that what that is? Yep. Don't worry, Bruce, I got ya. Don't worry, Bruce, I got ya. I know what's happening. Raiden's going to discard a Plains, playing out an island. Moving to combat. 2 coming across. Bruce is going to take 2. He's down to 15. And draw for the turn for Bruce. 1 land coming out. The Plains. Tapping for 3. Hovership coming in. Whenever he comes into play, exile a creature with toughness 5 or less. Broncos coming across. And the counter of Elspeth's word, Elspeth's Smite, destroying it. And Raiden, on his turn, he does have an Oculus in hand. Oculus coming out. Exiling 6 cards. Bruce's turn. Manifest Dread happens. From the Oculus. Draw for turn. Another Caustic. There's that Caustic Bronco. Steel Courtyard going into play. And probably going to play out this Caustic Bronco. Though does want to leave enough mana for the Bitter Triumph. There it is. Bitter Triumph, the Oculus. Discarding a card. Doesn't have to lose 3 life when you discard a card to play that card. A Soul Guide Lantern. Tapping, exiling Raiden's Graveyard. No more hard casting Oculus for him. Hover Shift being crude. Combat happening. 2 damage coming across. And now passing the turn to Raiden. Raiden untaps. Has 4 land in play right now. 5th land going down. There it is. It's a Seachrome Coast. And passing the turn back to Bruce. That's not something that Bruce likes. Oh, he's only got 1 card in hand, and it is... Ooh, didn't see it. Tapping for 5. Overlord of the Baelmerk. Hardcast. He's milling 4. Overlord of the Mistmoors, Concealed Courtyard, Cynical Loner, and a Swamp. Putting the Loner into his hand from the Baelmerk. Valgavoth is in the bin right now. Just needs to find a way to get him out of the bin. Needs one of those moths. Deciding what to do here. Crewing the hover ship with the Bronco. Two damage coming across. The map man cometh, and the map man taketh away. What is? 6 mana open. What do you have in your hands, Raiden? What do you have in your hands? Are you just getting flooded? Do you have 2 planes in your hands right now? That is unfortunate, my friend. He's gonna duress so we can see what he's got in his hand. Oh, he doesn't have 2. Kutzil's flanker getting flashed in. Okay, apparently this deck is called Hand-Eye Coordination. Alright, it does have a 3-1 on the field now with the Manifest guy. Cynical Owner now in play. Crewing the ship. Just gonna do map twice. giving the hover ship 2/2. 4 damage coming in. Searching for a Red of the Moth, putting it into the graveyard. With that exiled graveyard now, there's only going to be one card in the graveyard, and that's the Red of the Moth. He should be separating it out to know that that graveyard is exiled. 3/1 coming in. It's going to take it. It's going to take it. It's a spin down. All right, here we go. Bruce's card for the turn is a Plains. Cynical Owner has to tap. Should crew the hover ship, bring it across. There it is. 4/4. Combat happening. 4 in the air. Or, yeah, air. Air 4. Searching for Valgavoth, I'm assuming. Does have the required amount of mana on board to cast the Moth. Right of the Moth. Two cards in Raiden's hand right now, Helping Hands and something else. We don't know what it is. And he's not going to give away that information, of course. Oh, he's putting Beza into the graveyard. He did remove a Valgavoth from his library during the phase. Beza comes into play. And we go over to Raiden now. Restless Anchorage coming to play. That hover ship might be the death of Raiden at this point. Swinging in with everyone. I don't know what the Helping Hands card does. Helping Hands. Target creature with value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. That's 5 damage, Bruce. You have to be able to end the game next round, next turn. Which you can because he's done the entire thing. But he does have Helping Hands. Although it does come into play tapped. So he does have to do it on the end step. Double blocking. Going to be able to assign damage how he pleases. Two damage. Coming across the board. He's going to play Helping Hands now. Bringing back the flanker. And he gains 2 life and scries 2. Now, I'm pretty sure that card should have come in tapped. Yeah, it should have come in tapped. And it did not. I will remind him of that play error after the game here. Oh, Zoraline in play. He's returning Caustic Bronco to the battlefield. Hover ship being crewed. All in. All in. Do it. See, this is because he's got that blocker open now. Should not have been able to block that. That should have been lethal. Or he could have swung for lethal. Flanker coming back in. That should be tapped. Helping Hands is return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It's tapped. Should be tapped.
I mean, it didn't mean anything, so I knew I couldn't attack anyway. But yeah, that is true. That is true. And that's soul. That's soul. I got a soul guide last. Yeah, I know. I 4 land for a full soul guide, and I think I speed that down a bit or seeing the omnibus, I drew omnibus that turn big one. I was like, oh shit, that sucks. It's in my hand. Moment of truth. Oh, sick! There's an Oculus and a reanimator spell in this moment of truth. That's awesome. The one time that it didn't really work. It just did it. It just actually didn't. The beat, I thought it was being I had to get that. So I think I should have been for RX. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, pretty much one of them. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. I had that. If only that Oculus line had come in the first game. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I did press.
All right, had to go out there and remind Raiden that that's not how that card works. But hey, the outcome didn't matter. Made it not really matter, but just so he is aware. It's classic Saturday at the Game Hub. It's a weird Saturday where there's there's not many people in the store today. All right. Ben beat Gary in 2-0. Brady beat Mitchell 2-0. And Bruce, of course, beating Raiden 2-0. We'll see who gets paired down. We're in an everybody gets to play everybody kind of game. Top table is Bruce and Ben. You hear Bruce from across the store say shit. Let's see what Ben is playing today, if he's playing his Valgavoth Reanimator or what. Brady's playing Raiden, and Gary is playing Mitchell. FNM hype the tank. What's going on? All right, round has started. 2 Valgavoth Reanimator decks coming in. Let's see who beats who. Do you think Valgavoth's top tier standard meta October Gruul aggro, Golgari mid range, Dimir mid range, tier 1? Where is this Valgavoth Reanimator? View recent decks. TL Reanimator. Fabled Passage coming into play. Passing the turn. It's time to sack and crack. Crack and sack. Crack and fetch. We're going to crack. We're going to fetch. Let the mana let's get the mana flowing and the lands be tapping. Heck yeah. We have a Plains coming in for Bruce and a Swamp coming in for Ben. Or no, it's a Plains as well. Swamp coming in for Bruce now. Going to hit up 2 and play out the Cynical Loner. It's happening. Ben draws for the turn. Puts down a Swamp. He's going to play out a Valgavoth's Faithful. Oh, Bitter Triumph. Discarding a card. That Loner is going away. Are the snakes on a plane? There's no snakes on a plane, but, we're kicking it. Does have a Valgavoth's Faithful in hand, but no Valgavoth in the bin. Does have a, Liliana. Bruce is going to crack his Fabled package and find a Plains to put into play. And is going to pass. Concealed Courtyard hitting the field now for Ben. He's going to play out maybe a Slipskin Idol. Usually his turn 2 play, but did not have one in his hand on turn 2. He's going to draw a card, discard a card. Probably going to be that Overlord of the Mistmoors. Oh, maybe a swamp? Maybe a swamp? Oh, Plains. Valgavoth's Faithful out now. Yep, Bitter Triumph of Valgavoth Faithful. That is exactly what he wants to do. Discarding a card, and now will untap for the turn. That Plains is upside down, sir. There we go. Drawing another Cynical Owner. Does have Right of the Moth in hand. Can regular cast that rather than graveyard cast it. And Ben does not have any counters at this time. Of course, Bruce does not know that. You got to risk it, though. You got to do it. Zoraline coming into play. Turn being passed. Ben untaps, draws a card for the turn. Is a Virus Valgavoth in hand. Our Ben swings for 2. Bruce down to 18. Swamp in the field now for Bruce. Right of the Moth. And Overlord of the Mistmoors coming into play now. Creating 2/2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. Ben's calling the first one animate being Bruce, and it's true. He was the first one animate. Caves of Koilos coming in. Upticking Liliana and discarding the Valgavoth. I don't believe he has a way to bring that Valgavoth out quite yet. And is really pondering what he should do now. Tapping for 4. Overlord of the Mistmoors coming out with 4 impending counters on it. Will not be able to hit the field until those turns have passed. But does get to play the 2/1 Moths. Not entirely sure what Bruce drew there. I don't think he knows quite what to do. Thinking about whether to attack or hold back. Placed out a Virtue of Persistence with the quest, giving -3/-3 to one of the Moths. And coming across with the Liliana has 2. He's going to chump the Slipskin Idol. Liliana goes to the bin. And Overlord of the Mistmoors, of course, creates 2 more 2/1 flyers. Passing the turn now. Ben draws. Oh! He drew a land and is going to call it there. We'll go to game 2. Sideboarding is now happening. Going to slide live. Everyone should be sliding in Graveyard Hate. There's going to be no graveyards. Everyone's just going to be exchanging fisticuffs with their smaller creatures this turn, this round, I imagine. Sideboard, there's a sideboard happening. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sideboard cards for Ben. I don't think he hasn't played against a mirror deck of his own yet. I mean, Bruce's deck is 3 color and Ben's is only 2. And only 3 cards coming in and 3 cards going out. Just pure graveyard hate. All right, let the game begin. Both players choosing to mulligan. I will have a bite of my Singapore salted egg and crab seaweed tempura. It's made with real crab meat. It's delicious. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. It is Friday. Finally Friday. But you know, I don't get any days off. No days off for me. Work every day. Except for Sunday. I guess I get Sunday off, kind of. Kind of, you know. All right, let's see. This is a keeper for Bruce, maybe. It's got a lot of land in that hand, though. And, yep. This is Ben's game. This is Ben's game to lose here. He just wins this game, looks like. Fabled Passage hitting the field. He's going to crack on the end step. Shadowy Backstreets on Bruce's side, gonna surveil 1. He's gonna keep it on top. Spicy. Spicy. Bruce has to draw really well. Ben just has to play the combo that is already in his hand to win. Standard cut from Bruce's side. Plains, Slipskin Idol, drawing, discarding Valgavoth. The timer has started. Cynical Winner on the field now for Bruce. And Ben draws the turn. That is super unfortunate for Ben. He is going to play something. He can't really do anything. Valgavoth's faithful. Oh, no, Slipskin Idol. Gonna draw for the turn, or for that, with it to the land, and discard. Oh no, he doesn't have to discard when it's a land, does he? Discard. Oh. Unless you control another creature with power 2 or less, and that is the Slipskin Idol. Faithful coming in now. Now the timer has started. Just needs one more land and that Valgavoth comes out and things get very difficult for Bruce. He needs to get an amulet down. He needs to clear that graveyard. And I don't think he can do it right now. Has a Zoraline, Liliana. Zoraline is here. Going to combat. He's going to swing with that Cynical Loner, because he's got to get stuff in the bin as well. But that Cynical Loner can't be blocked by... He's going to swing, put it in the bin. Cynical Loner can't be blocked by Glimmers? What's a Glimmer? Needed it to be a land, was not a land, does have a Zora. Overlord of the Bailmerk with impending 5 counters going up. And is going to bin. Non-avatar creature. Splitskin Idol going back in his hand. Or Splitskin Doll, rather. Ben, all he needs is that one card. One land, and then Valgavoth comes in. Hovership. Yeah, Bruce drew a Hovership. Gonna play a Swamp. He's gonna play a Hovership, I would imagine. Or, yeah, I think Hovership is probably... Faithful goes to the bin. Exactly what he needed to do. 3 damage coming across now. And Bruce gains. Oh, gains 2. Gains 2 life from that. You have to do it. Splitskin Doll draws a card. Is not a land. Drew another Valgavoth. Oh, unfortunate. Overlord of the Bailmerk down to 3 finality counters, or 3 suspension counters, whatever you want to call it. It's not finite. Or impending counters. So many different counters. Cynical Owner on the field now. Now you can crew the hover ship with Cynical Loner and keep attacking with the Zorleen. Liliana hitting the field now. And he's going to down it to sacrifice the Slipskin. Hover ship is... Oh, yeah. No, it was played the last turn. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Bruce. Okay, so Bruce should be at 22. Searching for a Rite of the Moth, putting that in the bin. Needs to... This crew with the thing, Ben did not draw land. Fatal Push. Or not a Fatal Push, a... What the heck is that? Bitter Triumphing, the Zorline. And discarding Valgavoth. 2 Valgavoths in the bin now for Ben. Swing in for 2 at the Lily. Lily goes to the bin. And impending on the Overlord down to 2. 2 more before he can come out. Cave of Colios. Crew. Combat. 2 coming in from the hover ship. Valgavoth in the bin for Bruce now. Bruce has enough mana to get the Valgavoth out. And flashing back Rite of the Moth. Valgavoth now into play. Friday Night Spellfire. It's happening, Curb Stomp. What's happening, man? All right. Draw. Oh, there it is. There's the land he needs. Oh, he had enough land to get the wedding tomorrow. Ooh, yes, sir. He had enough land to get the Valgavoth's Faithful to pop, but needs 1 more land to get the Rite of the Moth to do anything. Tapping for 4 now, putting down. He's going to play Rite of the Moth. And Valgavoth. Double Valgavoth. Valgavoth on either side. But this Valgavoth, of course, has a finality counter. Good luck on your nuptials. Curb, did you get a briefing, a rundown of what exactly it is you're going to be emceeing? I just did. Zorleen back into play. Liliana of the Veil bringing him back. Spaceship being crewed. Does Valgavoth fly? Valgavoth does fly. Target player. Ten minutes ago. No, 2 9/9s on the field. Bruce, you're safe for a turn. You can swing. You can swing, my friend. He's going to end his turn, though. He needed to be a little bit more aggressive there. Ben's going to swing at Lily here. The play is to He needs to get rid of the Valgavoths. The Valgavoths need to leave. I mean, they're both going to gain 9 life. But if he's going to crew the hover ship and block with the hover ship. Ben goes up to 9, and he's going to manifest Dread. Is that Briscoe? No, it's another Ben. Two white, 3 colorless. It's going to cast Starfall Invocation. He is going to completely nuke the board. All creatures getting sacrificed. But does still have 2 Rite of the Moths. Oh, the Overlord of the Baelmer coming in. When he comes into play, or when he attacks, mill 4 cards. Cave of Koilos. On Bruce's side. He's going to cast out something. Biza coming in. Hard cast. Oh, I missed some things there. Choosing whether to uptick Lily, and I mean, he should uptick Lily, because it doesn't really matter if Ben gets more cards in the bin. He's already got what he needs in the bin to get his combo going. You're thinking, no pod, you might be inebriated tomorrow? That's all right. A full day off for Mikey T? Is that what you're saying? Planes coming in to play for Ben. Combat. 5 coming across. And the trigger happening. Ghost Vacuum, Splitskin, Caves of Kolos, and Collector's Vault. Splitskin Doll going to hand. Don't get used to it. Don't worry, I won't. I'm going to play some Tarkov, though. I don't have a... My sound setup at home is not good. Oh, wait, I have a good microphone at home. Never mind, I just don't have it out. Valgavoth's faithful. Valgavoth into play. Sacrifice Valgavoth faithful. Valgavoth now in play at full cast. Bruce gets to go for the turn. Does he have an answer? Shardy Backstreet going to surveil 1. Putting it into the bin. Caustic Bronco going to the Valgavoth. Biza coming into play. Just going to draw a card. Draw a card, 2 fish. 2 fish, draw a card. It's not looking good for Bruce now. Did not play aggressively enough when he had that Valgavoth. He should have swung. Would have put him in a better position, even if they traded Valgavoths. Because then he would have also gained 9 life. And would have put both Valgavoths in the bin. Bitter Triumph happening. Ben's going to play through right to shoot Lily. And now is going to swing for a lot. The tables are now turning. And that's a scoop for Bruce. Sounds like Mitchell's playing a slime deck? Is that what's happening? Facebook is nonstop advertising me retail displays now. I'm okay with that. Oh, wait, no, we're on game 2, round 3. Oh no, game 3, round 3. What am I talking about? No, game 3, round 2. Ha! There's only 3 rounds. I don't know what I'm talking about. Bruce is keeping instantly keeping, not even, no hesitation, just keep. Yeah, Ben's got a good hand, but only has 1 land in hand. Our first energy drink of the night is completed. We are going to go 2 energy drinks tonight so that we can stay up until the end of till the shop closes, because we are going to be closing the shop. Almost 8 o'clock, which means Ian's shift is about done. Which means I might have to stop casting pretty quickly here. since Garion is playing in the event. Shadowy Backstreet hitting the field for Bruce. He's going to surveil, leaving it on top. Ben is going to go now, drawing for turn, playing out a Concealed Courtyard. Concealed Courtyard for Bruce as well, tapping for 2. Overlord of the Balemerc, impending 5. Milling for 4. Oh no. 3 lands in the bin. I'm not entirely sure what his land in hand is looking like. It's not... he's got a Caves. Split Skandal. Hitting the field, drawing and discarding Valgavoth in the bin. Cynical Loner. Soul Guide Lantern coming to play. When it enters the field, he can exile target card from a graveyard and goes ahead and exiles Valgavoth from Ben's graveyard, which is what he needs to do. And then he's got it on the field to exile the entire graveyard when another Valgavoth goes in there. Overlord of the Mistmoors in Ben's hand now. Going to be able to play out a... only 3 lands still. Could do a Liliana. But he does want to go to that... he's looking at nowhere to run now. Creature get -3, -3 until end of turn, which might be the play to do here, because that... not going to do it. He's going to hold on to it until... is it instance? No, it looks like a sorcery. Oh, it is an enchantment, which means he cannot instantly put it out there. Swamp hitting the field on Bruce's side of the board. Does have Bitter Triumph, Beza, Phyrexian, what? And Zorline. 2. He's going to Bitter Triumph. Targeting the doll, paying for 3 life. Is not going to target his own Cynical Loner, which is good. Cynical Loner coming across. Oh, he can... it's got Flash. Giving -3/-3 to the Cynical Loner. Destroying it instantly. Balemerc, 2 counters left. Ben draws for turn. Still needs 1 more land to get Valgavoth's Faithful out and working, but can threaten with it. Community of Evil, look at the top 4 cards of your library, put 1 of them into your hand, and the rest in your graveyard. You gain 3 life. Nothing that he was looking for, that's for sure. Might put the Splitskin or the Valgavoth's Faithful. I'm not entirely sure what Collector's Vault does fully. Oh, puts the land to hand. Oh, I guess that's more the right play. Three life. Land for turn. Yeah, that's why. He needed that land. And we'll pass. Versus Fortress coming in to play tapped. Beza coming in. Beza's pretty good. Pretty good. Whenever Beza's Bounding Spirit enters, create a treasure token. If an opponent controls more lands than you, you gain 4 life. An opponent has more life than you. Create 2 1/1 fish tokens if an opponent controls more creatures than you, and you draw a card if an opponent has more cards in hand than you. Seems like a good card. Liliana's Veil coming in. -2 and get a ring of Beza. Liliana's pretty good removal. And Graveyard Generator. Oh, there's a Valgavoth in Bruce's hand. It needs to get it in the bin in order to get it not hard casted. There's a Zorline coming out now. And now a Cynical Loner back on the field with a finality counter. Overlord of the Bailmerk. One impending counter left. Can't hardcast that Overlord of the Mistmores, but can do the impending counters. He's going to have to do it. Maybe. Maybe he's going to do it. Yeah, he's going to do it. Of course, when he comes into play, create 2/1 white insect creature tokens. Two 2/1s on the field now. Needs them blockers. He knows things are going to happen. Things are going to happen. And Valgavoth's Faithful now in the field as well. Inquiring about the graveyard, making sure you have a Valgavoth in there. Ben upticked Liliana to make each player discard a card, and so Ben or Bruce discarded a Valgavoth, which is exactly what he needed to happen. But of course now, Cynical Owner needs to stay alive in order to get the recall, the reanimate spell Moth into the graveyard. Phyrexian Fleshgorger prototyped. He is going to swing. With the Zorline. He's going to double block the Zorline to get rid of it and get rid of the Cynical Owner. And impending comes off the Overlord of the Bailmerk, and Overlord of the Bailmerk is now on. Cavern of Souls. Naming doll. Communing with Evil. Looking at the top 4 cards of the library. Put one in his hand and the rest in the graveyard. Gaining 3 life. It's not looking good. Bitter Triumph, Stroke of Midnight. Not entirely sure. What did he pick in his hand? Gaining 3 life. Bitter Triumph. Destroying the Overlord. Down taking Lily to get rid of the Fleshgorger. Boards are clear on either side. Hover ship now and Phyrexian Gorger. Wants to wait for that hover ship. Although I don't know if hover ship gets rid of Overlord. Toughness 5 or less. Yep. Hover ship does not get rid of the Overlord of the Mistmores. So Bruce is in a bit of a tight spot. Needs to draw some cards, but is unable to do so. Has nothing and no reanimation in his bin. So I think this is a play the hover ship and pass. Or the Gorger and pass. Oh, there's a manland. I don't know if I did that right. my fingers weren't on the right buttons. 4 minutes left in the round. Or almost 5 minutes. Live or die, Valgavoth comes in. Creatures your opponent control can be the target of spells and abilities as though they didn't have ward. Okay. It doesn't help. Ben's playing the 1-card game. Tapping for 4. Oh, right of the Moth. Overlord of the Belmar coming in now. Non-avatar creature. From his graveyard to his hand. What are you picking? Probably Zorleen. Yep, that's what he picked. Swinging with Valgavoth, coming across. Has to. It's the play. Ben, what did you draw? What did you draw? Risky biscuits now. He's not sure what to do. He's going to swing with the Overlord. Takes 25. Land for turn. Ooh, what is that? What is that? I can't see what he's got. Oh, he's going to cast it. Whatever it is, he's casting. Ooh. Starfall Invocation, destroying all creatures. Valgavoth. Oh, it's not. He doesn't have a Valgavoth. Overlord of the Mistmore is now in the field again, making 2/2/1s. The tides have kind of turned, though Valgavoth can come back out. Misplay. He should have exiled the graveyard with the amulet, but that's okay. Shadowy Backstreet surveilling 1. Right of the Moth. Valgavoth now back into play. That is a Valgavoth's faithful. And I don't believe he's got a Valgavoth in the bin right now. I think his Valgavoth is exiled. Yes, it is. Valgavoth's faithful is now on play. In response, the exile is coming. He has a Beza in hand. Doesn't really need to play it out. Though, can get those fish into play because he does have a Zorlene as well. Splitskin doll coming into play. He does have a lot of... He's just giggling to himself. Plays out a land. Overlord of the Mistmorphs coming in the swing. Bruce goes up to 41 life. Ben is going to scoop, making Bruce our winner. Wow. That was a good game. Going to round 3. Looks like it's Brady versus Bruce. Bruce is going to be at head table all day. All right. Let's go to the look at how Saturday night it is. What's going on? What's going on Saturday night? All right, just a quick chat about last night's Modern. And now we're down to Bruce and Brady for all the marbles. All right, traditional cuts. See who goes first here. A 5 and a 3. And a 5 and a 6. Hello! Bruce on the play. Look at those I just noticed they're Valgavoth sleeves for Valgavoth deck. Yeah, that's a good hand to keep. Brady. Sacking the Fable Passage, finding the planes. Brady plays down a Llanowar Wastes and drops down a Dreams of Steel and Oil. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact or creature card from it, then choose an artifact or creature card from your graveyard, exile the chosen cards. So I would imagine he exiles... Oh, he's got 3 good cards to exile there. I mean, he does live or die, right? There's nothing in Bruce's graveyard right now. Fable Passage being exiled from the graveyard. And he is going to... He's got 4 good cards to exile now. Forgot about Hover Ship and its destroy target. Oh, choosing to exile the Overlord of the Mistmore or the Baelmerk. Not sure that is what I would have done. The Loner coming out now. And Brady takes the turn, playing down a Forest. Oh, he's got a Rune card. And a Mosswood Dread Knight hitting the field. That's why, because he can block that Cynical Loner. Here's the Hover Ship. Three combat. And now Bruce is going to search for Dome. He's going to search for something. Whether it's going to be a Valgavoth or a Rite of the Moth, we're not sure. It is a Valgavoth. Now has to get a Rite of the Moth into either his hand or into the graveyard to hard cast or, graveyard cast. But he doesn't have the 6 in order to do that. Glissa Sunslayer hitting the field. First strike, death touch, 3/3. Definitely a good answer to a Valgavoth. But Bitter Triumph. Ooh, and a Valgavoth in hand. Another Hover Ship hitting the field. Destroying that Glissa. Coming across for 3. Brady goes down to 12, and he's going to search for a Rite of the Moth. He does have the Live or Let Die, so he is going to bring that Valgavoth out pretty quickly. I believe he needs another land. Live or Die needs 5, so he still needs 2 mana to do that. And a Archfiend of Dross on the field now. A 6/6 for 4. Bitter Triumph, destroying target creature. There goes the oily boy. Another 3 damage probably coming across the board. So Cynical Loner is a you may. It's not a must, it's a may. Didn't have to be anything been there if you didn't want to, but I mean, You might as well get something else in the bin. Six Flying Demon on the field. What is this door? Unholy Annex and Ritual Chamber. That is a 6/6 Flying Demon. Needs to get that Valgavoth out now. Crew in the hover ship. Yep, Ride of the Moth, now in the bin again. Needs 6 mana to play any of those. Only has 3 on the field right now. Passing the turn, which means he's missed a land drop. 2 land drops, actually, now. Here's the cut for Brady. So things are looking not as good for Bruce. Can't get started without getting 6 mana on the field. Or even 5 mana to get the Live or Die activated. Six damage coming across. Bruce is going to take it to the face. And the door has been opened. So both doors are unlocked for the Unholy Annex. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card. If you draw a demon, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Otherwise, you lose 2 life. There is 4 on the field now for Bruce. And he's going to surveil. Can't see what it is. He's going to keep it on top. Overlord of the Mistmoors needs 4. So now he can actually get Overlord of the Mistmoors out. Getting those 2/1 flying tokens out, which he desperately needs right at this point. Moscow Dread Knight hitting the field. Crewing the Bronco. Saddling the Bronco, rather. Crewing the UFO Manifesting Dread from that. And Bruce is going to take 2. Bruce goes down to 8. Oh, and the duress happening. Live or Die now in the bin. Things are not looking good for Bruce on this first game now. Board states are decidedly lopsided. He's like, what kind of spin down? It's the worst spin down. It doesn't really spin down. He said Bruce goes down to 10, but I'm pretty sure Bruce is at 8 and would go down to 6. Oh, Beza. 14, treasure, 2/1/1 bluefish creature tokens, and draws a card. You did not play a land for turn. It's 5 land on board. It's too bad that live or die is now in the bin. Right of the Moth needs 6. This is not looking good. Not looking good for Bruce. Get it for some damage, bro! Unless you're going to save for blocking. My butt is itchy. My left cheek. Just kind of scratchy, you know? It's kind of itchy. Tapping 4, looks like. It's going to flip over the Archfiend of Dross. Something about counters? Archfiend of Dross, what do you do? Enter the battlefield with 4 oil counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove an oil counter from Archfiend of Dross. Then, if it has no oil counters on it, you lose the game! Ha! He definitely can't put oil counters on it. Still has it on for 1 turn. Swing it out. All in. All in. There is a go for the throat at Beza. Wow. That's wild. That is wild. Finish off the rest of my Singapore salted egg crab. Seaweed tempura. That's a mouthful. A delicious mouthful. It just you don't get the card back when Hovership does its thing. When it leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner manifests Dread. He doesn't get the card back. He just manifests Dread. I think it's time for another caffeinated beverage, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go to the washroom, take it down to the caffeinated beverage, and we'll get back to the game. All right, we missed the start of that game, but hey. Bruce has a Cynical Loner out right away. Turn 2. It's good turn 2 play. And a Bronco happening on Brady's side. Bruce is going to go ahead and play down another land for the turn, hopefully. Yes. Concealed Courtyard, number 2, hitting the field. Tapping for 3. UFO. Oh, Zoraline coming out. Cynical Loner coming across the field. Zip zap. Doesn't know if you should block it or not. What do you got in your hand, Brady? He is going to block, which is probably the correct play. Doesn't want Bruce to get that graveyard going. It does leave him vulnerable on the field, but I mean, Zorlian's attacking from the sky anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Third land for Brady. And a Glissa Sunslayer hitting the field. Swam. Zorlian coming across in the air. Brady going down to 17. He is going to pay the 2. And to life, returning Cynical Owner with a finality counter on. Oh. The Snorse, the Snake Horse Mount, is back into play, or not back into play, but in play for Bruce for the first time. What? Ooh, an Archfiend of Dross on the field. 6/6. Surveilling one with that shadowy backstreet. Cynical Owner in the bin. Right of the Moth in hand. Needs to get that Valgavoth in the bin. Saddling the Bronco. Probably will not attack here. Attacking into that 6/6 flyer is not probably the safest, the smartest move. Phase 2. It's going to search for Valgavoth. Put it into the bin. And will be able to get it out. I think Right of the Moth is 4 to play. Yep, there it is. Valgavoth now on the field. Board state swings right into Bruce's favor. Valgavoth has ward. Its ward is sacrifice. So with Glissa, he can remove 3 counters. Brady chooses to draw a card and lose the life with the Glissa Sunrider. Doesn't want to remove 3 counters. That's not what he wants to do. All right, Bruce's turn. Untapping his lands. Two Archfiends of Dross. Yeah, there you go, Bruce. Don't forget that Cynical Loner. Playing a Plains for the turn. Destroying the one with 4 counters with live or die. The swing, the life swing, that big hit from Valgamoth. All right, I'm going to help these gentlemen at the counter. All right, I'm back. Looks like the game has concluded. The game has concluded. I'm assuming that went to Bruce. I missed the end. I'm sad. I didn't think that would end that quick. Going to game 3. Re-sideboarding. What is happening? Well, it doesn't look like anybody started the round timer, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. We are on round 3. We're just going to knock it down a little bit. Oh, Ben's beaten Mitchell 2-0. All right, we're playing Magic. We're playing Magic. Shadowy Backstreet doing the surveil. Keeping it on top. Maybe? Nope, going to the bin. What is it? It's a Shadowy Backstreet. Playing another land, Caustic Bronco coming out. And Bruce will play the Cavern. Or Caves. And impending the Overlord of Baelmerk. Cynical Owner coming into his hand now after binning 2 swamps and a Rite of the Moth. Rite of the Moth, excellent for going in the bin. Two swamps, not so excellent. Dread Knight, saddling up the Bronco. 2 damage coming across. Going to be taking 2 and 2 more. Now Bruce drawing another hover ship. Is going to play down either a plains or a swamp. Probably the plains. Oh, no, plays the swamp. Hover ship. He's going to take 2 damage for that. Oh, no, only going to take 1 damage because only the Cavern of Souls. The Cavern of Souls, does that, that's, or Cavern of Ichthyios. Is it a cave? Cave of... Caves of... Yeah, definitely should have taken 1 damage. Should have played that plains out first to do the identified hover ship. I'll have to remind Bruce. Cynical Owner, crewing up the hover ship. In response... Did the anoint with affliction? Hover ship coming across doing 2 damage. Six damage coming through. Archfiend of Dross. Things are not looking good for Bruce at this point. Did draw Liliana, which is good. He's probably going to have to play that out now as removal. That's a nice Liliana. I like that Liliana. Yep, things are looking a little bit rough for Bruce here. Brady just drew what he needed to draw. Lauren of the Third Path coming out now. And Bruce is going to sack his Fabled Passage to search for a swamp. Putting it into play. Brady ticking down that Archfiend of Dross, the old counters. Another Archfiend coming out. River, how's it going? That's going to be the game. It's going to be the game. That's going to go to Brady. I was rooting for you, Bruce. Sorry, Brady. I was rooting for Bruce to win his first FNM. But it's not to be. It is not to be. River, you're late, my friend. We just wrapped up. We didn't have a lot of people for Standard tonight. With an RCQ happening tomorrow in Penticton at Pentacon. There's going to be a lot of people down there playing in the RCQ. A lot of the guys who would normally play Standard today are taking a break and or tweaking their decks and getting ready to go down to Penticton tomorrow. You're watching Worlds and Vintage Draft, a little modern, and now you're here. Well, welcome in. We're just wrapping up, though, which is, you know, it is what it is. How is Worlds? Is it still happening? Well, I guess probably not if you're here. Oh, Crazy Smurf is back in town. No, it's done. Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Well, GG's. Yeah, we only had 3 rounds tonight. Brady's going to take top spot. Then, ooh, I wonder if it's going to be Bruce or Ben. I'll wait for Gary to calculate the standings, and then we'll see who it is. He's selling things. He's selling things. Oh, it looks like he's... What is he doing? What is he doing? Hang on. Okay. It's happened. They've calculated the standings. We have Brady in the lead, taking the first place with 9 points, then followed by Bruce with 6, Ben with 6, Garion with 6, Mitchell and Raiden both winding up with nothing tonight. But yeah, that's going to be it for us. We're going to pack it up. The Game Hub still open for another 2 hours, so you're more than welcome to come down, hang out, play some games with the folks that are here. We have one crew in playing games. And that's going to be it. We're gonna sign off here. We'll see you guys on Thursday for the next Modern event. And I believe that is